Hello everybody, today we are going to be going back into the climbing archives for a little climb. I'm going to walk you through some of the competition problems and I really hope that you enjoy. It's Saturday morning and today is a very exciting day because we're going for a climb at Sheffield Depot. Something that Sheffield Depot has that Leeds Depot doesn't have, which is very exciting, is a comp wall. So we're going to try climbing some problems on the comp wall.
That's good.
The first comp wall problem I wanted to feature is this flexible orange number. The route starts in a kind of frog-leg position with one hand crimped to the left and the right hand pressing down on the volume. I could bring my right hand out to catch this big right hand side pull, and then using the volume and a right foot smear, I could gain some height to be able to pull up on the left hold as this kind of undercling. This is where I hit a little bit of trouble on my first attempt, getting my feet a little bit confused and unbalancing myself for the powerful move out right. My second attempt went slightly better. I kept my left foot on the volume to stabilise myself for the more powerful move with a right foot smear, and then heaved up on that right lock off to gain the slopey layback. But this was where my core completely failed me and my leftwards momentum pulled me off going for the right hold. My third attempt I managed to balance myself better on the two holds by using a right hand heel hook on the good side pull I used for my feet earlier. Then I established a good enough foundation to jump for the last hold, which is good enough to go for but a little committing nonetheless, especially with two bad feet. Then I flail wildly for the top and call it done.
So my mission for today is to try and get as many comp wall climbs as I can do.
Nice.
Rachel and I have just tried this green here, both got a nice flash, so yeah. There's one down, and now I'm trying this blue, which is a little bit more coordinated. I'm not very good at coordination stuff, so
good
practice. Work that for a little bit and see where we can get on it.
Nice. Climb 2 I had very limited success on. It's this blue balancy slab with long holds which requires a really good balance across a reachy bottom section. You start by expertly walking your feet up the blue holds, as Nathan is demonstrating, making sure not to get your foot sequence a bit confused, and leaving your left leg free to kick back onto the volume so that you can windmill to the next good hold. Then you bring your right foot in to join your left, and laying back on that big blue hold you can build your feet, which I am really struggling with here. Whack a high left foot and pop, like Nathan. But I didn't have the strength in my legs or my core to pop off such a bendy left leg and peeled away, sadly, as you can see in this clip. Climb 3 was this cool path up the vert wall on a combination of pinches and, would you call these shelves? The first move was quite a deep lock off on not very nice feet, meaning it was easy to pull yourself off the left sloper with your own momentum. I found swapping my feet like so enabled me to brace against the wall with my right and reach the higher slopey pinch. Swinging my right foot into the good hold on the left meant that I could reach the next slopey hold and rotate my body, ready to throw out right to this big sloper. This hold has a little indent the farther left you reach, but I was finding keeping my balance for the big move a little tricky. Once I did make the move, I was a little stumped. I tried lifting my right heel in to put me up to the final pocket and tried to jam my right foot in the crack, but I didn't feel stable and I chickened out. I did manage to send this climb eventually, my next session at Sheffield Depot, but I don't have the footage, so you'll have to decide if you can really trust me. The next climb started with a nice rock over from a good hold into a sloped side pull type hold, which was good enough if you really planted your feet to gain the next huge hold. This hold looks really slopey and bad, but it was actually quite deep once you got over it and you could really get your forearms involved. I matched my hands and smeared my right foot on the wall, and doing this I was able to skip the right hand hold and leap for the top, which I was rather happy to get without too much trouble, as you can tell by my little butt wiggle.
So it was my mission today to try and at least attempt everything on the comp wall and see how many I could get done, but everything's really hard, so I've managed one comp wall route so far. How many have you managed?
1, 2, 3. But it's about to be 4.
Yeah, but I had a good time trying the new purple set and managed to get a couple of those, so I was pleased with that. Now my skin's kind of seen better days, so I don't think I'm going to be able to climb for much longer. But yeah, it was a good session. Did you have a good session? Yeah.
I've got 1 move left on this green.
This next green only Nathan managed to climb, so you start on the undercut blue pill volume with both your feet on, and then you go out right to this really precise pinch. You can see where the 2 holds have been set so that you're forced to move quite precisely. And then Nathan works his way up on the volumes until he reaches the crook section, which for him was getting his left heel in nicely and going to that crimp on the volume. On his first attempt he lost his grip on the crimp, which spat him off, but on his second attempt he was able to keep a tight hold of the crimp enough to bump his left hand to the top and get a right foot to squeeze the 2 volumes and match the top. This next climb was probably the climb that got away of the bunch, but it was also probably one of my favourite climbs. It was a really nice techie line up these blue pill slopers, using 2 crimps to lock off and reach that long pinch to the left, and then a really powerful step up on the left leg to reach the right hand side pull. That got me really established to build my feet onto the crimps, and then I whacked a left heel hook in the pinch I'd just been using. Then for the final move you had to cling the sloper at the top and bring your hand off the side pull to the right and control the swing with a really tight core, which I didn't have enough of to hold the top for any amount of time to really call the climb done.
So this is another one of my many purple projects that I can get to the last move on but can't complete. Again, it's pretty steady until the last move. I can't think of what else to say about it. I'm going to try it now.
Come on.
Started very cool.
Yeah, up again. Sick, feet up. There you go. Well done.
So that is it for our session at Sheffield Depot. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like the format of this video, then let me know, and hopefully I can make some more climbing videos like this. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye!